This is in-depth study of the Christ, the propitiation, the begotten Son, the law, the judge, the ruler, the standard, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, the one, the true Jesus Christ. Here on Understanding the Bible Radio. On-screen study, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on-screen, undeniable facts of Scripture.
Still going in, that's right, still going into Leviticus 1 and 2 right now. Going to take a look and see what we can see there in regards to God doing his thing with the 12 tribes of Jacob back in that time. That he had a covenant with them. Okay, that's very important to know. He had a covenant with them. Don't forget, it's divorced in Jeremiah 3:8. He showed that it was divorced. 10 commandments are okay. Let me show it to you real quick, just in case you need to see it, just to remember, to recap. All right, 10 commandments. Everybody say you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. Well, here in Exodus 34:28. And it says that Moses, he was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights. He did neither eat bread nor drink water, and he wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant. The words of the covenant, comma, the 10 commandments. They're the vows of the covenant. You understand? When you take marriage covenant with someone, you take vows, don't you? Well, he had vows for his covenant with them, which are the 10 commandments. Okay, you got to understand that. But he divorced it in Jeremiah 3:8. So, when you get a divorce, your vows that you took under that covenant, they're no longer in effect. Because he's going to do a new covenant. That's right. And that covenant is only found with his son now. The administrator, the establisher of that covenant is his son. He has declared it. You got to deal with him if you don't agree. All right. And the Lord called, this is verse 1 for Leviticus 1. And the Lord called unto Moses and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you bring offering unto the Lord, ye shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd and of the flock. Of his offering be a burnt sacrifice of the herd. Let him offer a male without blemish. He shall offer it of his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. And he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him. And he shall kill the bullock before the Lord, and the priest, Aaron's sons, shall bring the blood and sprinkle the blood round about upon the altar that is by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall flay the burnt offering and cut it into pieces. And the sons of Aaron the priest shall put fire upon the altar and lay the wood in order upon the fire. And the priests, Aaron's sons, shall lay the parts of the head, the head and the fat, in order upon the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. But his innards, and his legs shall he wash in water. And the priest shall burn on the altar to be a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And if his offering be of the flocks, namely of the sheep, or of the goats for a burnt sacrifice, he shall bring it a male without blemish. And he shall kill it on the side of the altar northward before the Lord. And the priests, Aaron's sons, shall sprinkle his blood round about upon the altar. And he shall cut it into his pieces with his head and his fat. And the priest shall lay them in order on the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. But he shall wash the innards and the legs with water, and the priest shall bring it all and burn it upon the altar. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And if the burnt sacrifice for his offering to the Lord be of fowls, which are birds, then he shall bring his offering of turtle doves or of young pigeons. And the priest shall bring it unto the altar and wring off its head and burn it on the altar. And the blood thereof shall be wrung out at the side of the altar. And he shall pluck away his crop with his feathers and cast it beside the altar on the east part by the place of the ashes. And he shall cleave it with the wings thereof, but shall not divide it asunder. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar, upon the wood that is upon the fire. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. Yes. So, Leviticus 1, he's already set up the priests. Basically, somewhat in Exodus, I do believe, because this is right after Exodus. Now he's starting to give them details. Not only is he giving them details, the priest's details, but he's also giving those that are bringing sacrifices details about this. Okay? He tells to speak unto the children. Any man bring an offering unto the Lord. Okay? You should bring an offering. Okay? And then he gives some very key details about this. He shall offer it of first, okay, it'll be a burnt sacrifice of the herd. Let him offer a male. It's got to be a male animal, okay, without blemish. He shall offer it of his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. His own voluntary will, okay? He shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him. Now, this is the part that the Lord is smelling in the burning. This is what he smells. What this person has done voluntarily with this sacrifice animal for his sin, or peace offering, or with all the other offerings we've seen, drink offerings, that kind of, he is smelling this person's intention with it. Okay? He's smelling it. So therefore, that's very important, and that's something that they don't really talk about. He smells this. Yes, I can smell. Yes, you've raised this animal for this purpose. I can smell it. Okay? There you go. So, put his hands upon the head, okay, to make atonement for me. I've raised this up for my wrong, my sin, and I'm ready to do this. I've done this. I've prepared this animal all this time for this. So there you go. Okay, that's one. Then the priests, they've got their things. You kill it and let the blood spill out, and then you spread it all around about the door of the tabernacle and all that, and you got to sprinkle it on the altar, and you got to cut it up. Now they butchers too. They got to cut it right, set it right on the fire after they got the wood all set up by the altar and all that. It's a bloody, smoky, hot, sweaty. They're in the desert too. They're in the desert and they're in a building in the tabernacle, cooking. Okay, this is hot. This is hot. It's uncomfortable. It's not a good thing. It's not nothing to be pleasant. Oh, I'm just proud to be doing this. Is great work. No, it's not. It's made to be this way. These we're looking at in Leviticus. We are looking at the pressure. We're looking at the discomfort. We're looking at the uneasement of someone who is offering, because they got to make sure this is without blemish now. So they got to raise it up aside from the other cattle that they have. Make sure it's without blemish. Feed it the best. They got to give it the best food other than the other animals. They got to do everything to make sure this animal is without blemish. Okay, through the time it's growing, they've got to make sure. They've got a tedious work, and it's meticulous. They got to make sure that this animal is okay for their sin offering to their God that they're in covenant with. Okay, and then when they bring it, then they got to go through the killing of it. They got to do the to cut the throat or to prick the throat or whatever, get the blood to come on out while the animal's alive at the door of the tabernacle. Then you got the priest there accepting the sacrifice. Okay, he's accepting it, and he's there too. Now he's in his priestly garments with a breastplate of jewels. It's hot outside. It's hot inside. We got a fire going, and we got to cut the animal up. We're going to get blood all over ourselves. We got to spill it all around about the door. Cut the animal up. Blood all over our hands. Blood all over the door. Take the fat. We got to wash the innards, We got to, and the legs, and we got to place the parts of the animal in order that the Lord told us to do it. Letting this now, not only are we doing this for one person, but we're doing this for over because if every person's bringing one, you're gonna have like 1 million plus people out there. I would say the adults, maybe the male of each home, you may get down to 600, 7,000, maybe 800,000 people. So you're doing this. You're a priest. You got to do this. Then, you got to do it all the time. You're supposed to do it until everybody gets their sacrifice in. And there's more we're going to see that they got to do. This is strenuous. This is tedious. This is not happy, good, I love my dream job work. This is not, do your dream. This is not what I dreamed of. This is not, but there you go. There you go. This is a serious deal. Just think about that. Now, the Father did this with his Son for us in the current covenant. But we're going to go on. I'm going to get a little drink of water here, and then we're going to go on into number 2 here. We've got about 14 minutes. Going into chapter 2. Rissa, stop by. Rissa, hit the like button. Please, Rissa, if you will, I beg of you, hit the like button. Please, just one time. Just hit the like button. Thank you, Rissa. I would thank you in advance. Anyone on the YouTube, please, I beg you, humbly, hit the like button. That's all it takes. Hit the thumbs up button on the YouTube. I appreciate you for stopping by. Truly, I do. Thank you. Live steady, showing right here. So anything you guys want me to look at now, I'll pull it out. Okay, I'll pull it out right live on screen while we're here. In about 15 minutes, we're going into Leviticus 3 and 4. We're going to keep it rolling. Keep it going to see what happened here. Okay? Let me get some water. Thank you for your patience. All right. And this is verse 1. We're going to read through it, and then we're just going to talk about it. Maybe have to look into something real quick on it. All right, before we move on. All right. And when any will offer a meat offering unto the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it and put frankincense thereon. And he shall bring it to Aaron's sons, the priests, and he shall take thereout his handful of the flour, thereof. One moment here. Sorry. Little devices issues here. 1 second. Gotta keep them going because I gotta see you guys doing what you're doing there. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see, back to this. Okay, and of the flour thereof, and of the oil, and all the frankincense thereof. And the priest shall burn the memorial of it upon the altar, and it shall be an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. That's what this is for him to enjoy and smell, and it be sweet to him. And the remnant of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons, and it is a thing most holy of the offerings of the Lord made by fire. And if thou bring an oblation of a meat offering, baken in the oven, it shall be unleavened cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, or unleavened wafers anointed with oil. And if thy oblation of the be a meat offering baked in a pan, it shall be of fine flour unleavened mingled with oil. Thou shalt part it in pieces, and pour oil thereon. It is a meat offering. And if thy oblation be a meat offering baken in a frying pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil. And thou shalt bring the meat offering that is made of these things unto the Lord, and when it is presented unto the priest, he shall bring it unto the altar. And the priest shall take from the meat offering a memorial thereof, and shall burn it upon the altar. It is an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And that which is left of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons, and it is a most holy of the offerings of the Lord made by fire. No meat offering which ye shall bring unto the Lord shall be made with leaven, for ye shall burn no leaven, nor any honey in any offering of the Lord made by fire. For as the oblation of the first fruits ye shall offer them unto the Lord, but they shall not be burnt on the altar for a sweet savor. All right. And every oblation of thy meat offering shall thou season with salt. Neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering. With all thine offerings thou shalt offer salt. And if thou offer a meat offering of thy first fruit unto the Lord, thou shalt offer for the meat offering of thy first fruits green ears of corn dried by the fire, even corn beaten out of full ears. And thou shalt put oil upon it, and lay frankincense thereon. It is a meat offering, and the priest shall burn the memorial of it, part of the beaten corn thereof, and part of the oil thereof, with all the frankincense thereof. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 16, there it is. Look at what they had to do, how they had to do it. And he even talks about the details of the utensils they're using, the tools, the pans, the different types. Look at that. So this is something they had to set up in regards to the offerings here, offerings. And it's a little, strange to us, strange to me, as, meat offering is flour for them. I guess maybe there's some vegetarians out there. I'm not sure. I don't know. They call it meat offering. But yeah. I'd like to see what the fine flour would be, because I'm sure it's probably not what we think of here in America. The white dyed flour. Let's see what it's made of.
Strong's H 5560. Solith.
That's the original language before the English. Fine flour, right there. From an unused root, meaning to strip flour as chipped off. Fine flour meal. All right, root for an unused root, meaning to strip. Okay. Okay, so let's see if we get some more detail about this. Let's see. Very fine flour or meal. Okay, could be corn, I guess. Corn, flour, wheat. Could be. Let's see. Wheat flour. Well, there's wheat flour right there. Okay. Peeled. It's got some Arabic in there. Look, peeled barley, pearl barley. Compare the verb, this Hebrew term, to sift flour in a sieve. The Etymology is doubtful. The verb, this Hebrew term here, appears to be secondary and taken from the noun, this Hebrew term. I expect that the primary radical was this Hebrew term in the sense of shaking and especially of sifting. Okay, that's the translator there, working hard to try to determine what this would be. Whence this Hebrew term feminine, this Hebrew term as to which flexion compare this Hebrew term feminine, Hebrew term. From the root of this Hebrew term and this Hebrew term, all right, I don't know who Laherg is. That's probably one of his references back then that he had. Remember, these were done in the 1800s, these lexicons, okay? Done in the 1800s. The ancients themselves appear to have been undecided as to the origin of this word, and thus it is sometimes, I don't know, masked. I don't know what that would be. M-A-S-C period. Anyone know? Post it up. Sometimes feminine. I don't know what this is. Thesaurus. I'm not sure. Gesenius derives it from the unused root of this Hebrew and Arabic term here. So we got to do. We got some type of grain beaten or something. There's rice flour, bean flour, corn flour, wheat flour, and we saw barley in there too. So there you go. So we're looking at, we got a couple minutes. If you got something there, I would like to hear from you. Say hello to me. Would like to say hello to you. We're just doing live study. That's all we're doing. Just seeing what happened back then, getting some detail out, and knowing that this is not for us today because this was under a covenant that is no longer in effect. You got to understand that while these preachers are pulling out things from Leviticus, Exodus, Deuteronomy, this, 2 Chronicles, Kings, that, all that, and then likening it to you. You weren't there. It's not for you now. The one that is for you now is through Christ. It's the current everlasting covenant. So you need to know that. You need to understand that. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Anyone else out there, please hit that like button. Hit your thumbs up button. I appreciate it very, very much. Rissa, thanks for stopping by too. Appreciate it. It's good having you. Definitely it is. So we're just looking to see what he did. That's what we're going over now. Don't forget, 7:45 p.m. We've got Don't Cast Your Pearl Before Swine. Okay, we're going to look and see exactly what it means if you haven't already looked at it. But I'm going to show it live on screen, so it'll be there for those that like to see it on their devices. Live at 7:45 p.m. as we continue on through here till we're going all the way to Leviticus 14. So that'll take us into the 7 o'clock hour. And then I think by 7:30 we'll be done, take a break, and then we'll go into the Don't Cast Your Pearls Before Swine. Anything you guys want to know, post it up. Anything you want me to do a study on, I'll get it done. I will get it done. I got over 1,000 studies at the YouTube. Please don't hesitate to check it out because it's there for you and it's free. There's no ads, and as long as I can help it, there will be no ads. So it's always there and it's free for you. Nobody's paying me for this. Don't need it. If he doesn't pay me, it won't get done. How about that? Hey, there you go. So that's a good deal there. I'm not making merchandise of anyone. I'm just going to speak his son. That's all I want to do. I just want to speak his son to the souls so that they can decide, so that they can know, make a decision on it, because things are getting rough, man. We got Kansas had 6, 7 earthquakes in 48 hours. Wichita, Kansas, and you know that what that means. The earth is moving up under. The plates are moving. Things are moving up under the crust that we stand and walk on, and I would hate to think that super volcano is about to blow over there in what is it, Yosemite, Yellowstone, whichever is over there. And when it does, I think the West Coast is going to have some serious issues, because if that thing goes, the plates are going to move more, and I think it's going to, so that volcano is so large that the both sides of Yellowstone is going to the plates under they're going to move on both sides, on the east side of it, which is the Midwest, and then you've got the west side of it, which is the West Coast. So all of that's going to move and shift and all of that, and it's going to be serious. It's going to be serious. So I'm really hoping that this is not the time for it. I'm hoping it never goes, but it's looking like it might happen. It's getting there. 5 or 6 earthquakes in 2 days, within 48 hours, and it's getting there. Something's going on. So just to put that out there, but because we're getting ready to go into the next one. We're getting ready to go into the Leviticus 3 and 4. But the current covenant, and Christ has told us what's going to happen. He told us what's coming. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. So if you follow Christ, you might want to, listen to him. Believe me, listen to him. But we're going to be back in a moment with Leviticus 3 and 4. See you in a second.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.